Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Lane, and today we go with mid lane Akshan versus Corki. Corki recently got much more popular, so it's gonna be good to go over him because the version with Hail of Blades is just straight up disgusting, so it's gonna be good to make sure that we know how to respect it. Also, Akshan is not in the strongest spot, like you most likely wanna go crit build right now with that. So I'm really waiting for the changes or some catch-up fixes maybe, but without further ado, let's go. This is Diamond 1-2 elo, something like that at this point, so let's see what these players will prepare. Well, to start with, definitely we gotta point out that Akshan is disgusting with his passive, with the shield, with double attack, with press the attack, how it works right now. He's having so much damage, so much poke, also the mobility from passive and the ignite makes him really dangerous enemy in the middle. But he needs to find a lot of good angles to deal the damage to you, and there's one particular thing that makes Corki win over him in this matchup, and yes, it's the Hail of Blades. If he uses the Hail of Blades along with his E, right, which is shredding armor a little bit and the magic resist, and also deals 139 damage over the time, it's gonna hurt by a lot. 3 quick attacks and then 139 damage armor shred, that really hurts. So Akshan really needs to respect that, and he needs to remember what Corki is able to do, and especially on level 2 and 3 when his W is ready, he can dash forward and it might be hard to run away. And if we will run away after like 1 or 2 seconds, then, well, I guess you probably encountered Hail of Blades, so you're gonna know how much it hurts. On top of that, he has teleport, so it's gonna be extremely hard for Akshan, so he cannot be aggressive in this matchup that much. So let's see how he does and what they are going to do. Minions have spawned, not much should happen early. He goes in and now, yeah, pretty much you see how much power Corki has, and that's so stupid, right? Because let's see that again. Like, even if he's not seeing the enemy, right? Even if he hasn't seen that, we wanna check the runes, because starting with E is like going for a full all-in. Yeah, I'm gonna run you down, which might be really hard because look, there's no damage from the Vladimir, and if he could spin around the Corki and shoot, fine, but there's no way he can do that. So right now he just started and he had to lose half of his HP to see that, okay, Hail of Blade on Corki, damn, it deals so much damage. So right now he's gonna need to play really passively, and we really wanna also make sure that we're gonna check this rune, and the cooldown is 12 seconds. Right, so each 12 seconds he can deal a lot of damage. Also, we got the 12 seconds on the E, so it's a perfect combo for Corki. So Akshan right now needs to respect. He wants to last hit, he doesn't want to push. Right, I don't wanna push, I don't want to give him the freeze, I don't wanna expose myself, because if he hits level 2 first, then I'm gonna lose half of my health, like I just lost a few seconds ago. So right now, if he's just last hitting without pushing too much, it's gonna be really good. But if he pushes too far, then he's gonna be surprised when he's coming for the minions. So right now, if Corki goes for the last hits here, he doesn't have to push these minions, right? He just exposed himself. You see that Corki is going this side. I'm gonna rewind this to show you guys once again. Right, nothing happens here, right? Corki is far away, relatively far away, still far away. But now, Corki is in a position where if we stay here, he can try to go there and maybe catch 1 or 2 autos. So it's like fine, because he's gonna look on the minions, it's like not much happens here. But if he attempts to come, which he kinda does, because he clicks on the left and we click upwards. If we stay here for too long, it might be problematic. And you know the biggest problem? He goes for the double hit instead of the one hit with the movement speed, right? You can see, after launching an attack, Akshan will fire additional shot. He can also cancel this shot to instead gain 23 movement speed, decaying over 1 second. He could slightly run away, reposition himself, but right now he's getting kinda close and then he comes back like he didn't learn the lesson level 1. So I mean the earlier trade. So yeah, right now the same thing happens and he loses so much of his health. If he would have Hail of Blades as well, then it's a completely different story, because then somehow you could say, yeah, I will match you, then I will have my shield, and maybe he will have his Q and it will deal some damage, but we got armor shredded by E of the Corki, so no way we can match it with our auto attacks. And you see how tragic is it? He's playing Ignite. He has no way to regen himself, so Corki right now, the only thing he wants is his Hail of Blades back, which is the same cooldown as his E, and level 2 will be from this minion, so he can already go aggressive if Akshan steps a little bit outside of the turret's range. And you see, he's going outside of the turret's range and Corki is doing the greatest thing he can. He just goes in. Right, as you can see, Hail of Blades is ready, E is ready, and Akshan is running on a very, very low health. And it's not because Corki is so insanely good. Akshan just came up to him, so he's punishing him in a proper way. And that's what you're supposed to do. He's being greedy for hitting the minions in a random way, like the second trade when the Corki went on him and then he fought back. He went for the minions for no reason, they weren't dying, the lane was pushing into him and he was already low on HP, like relatively low, after the first trade. Then why would you continue doing that? Like, think a little bit about what I want to do and why. If you only want to fight and you only know what to do when you're winning, then that's exactly what's gonna happen if you're losing. And again, we're waiting for another cooldown from the Corki, and he can literally flash on him and force the flash from the action. But he can also wait and wait for his mistake. And right now, we have a very big problem, because at this point, Akshan cannot really do much. We have to sacrifice something to get back and to be able to lane and to farm. So what he needs to do is he needs to soak EXP from these 3 minions and probably look for a recall. And it sounds terrible, but if the jungler won't come to him and help him, he cannot do anything. Also, he's dying for kinda 2 auto attacks from Corki with assist of his E. So if he would have more HP, he could at least stay on the lane and hope that in 1 or 2 or 3 waves, the jungler will come and find the angle to help him, or maybe he will be able to recall. But because he was so greedy, he has nothing else to do. He was greedy for no reason, but he needs to pay a price, which will be probably with his life if he stays on this lane even more. And you see, he's blind to the Corki. He's like, oh, I'm immortal under the turret. What is this? Like, Corki can literally auto-attack you and go out of the turret's range, and it's gonna be so dangerous for you. He stepped a little bit too deep as Corki, so it's not possible for him to do that, and also it involves some risk. So I really like that Corki is not attacking here, because if he would flip that, he's timing his auto attack with the turret shot on the minion perfectly, and that he can run away before it fires, then that gives some kind of opportunity to Akshan. Why would we give him any opportunity, right, if he's already in such a bad spot? So good job for the Corki right now, and exactly, just like this, 2 auto attacks, and boom. Who would have thought, right? But look, Akshan is not respecting him at all. Like, he got beaten up already a few times, and he's still coming like, oh yeah, I can get it. Right, like, what the hell is this? Like, Corki deals so much damage, and why are you coming here? This minion is not dead yet. Right, like, this minion is not yet targeted by the turret. Why are you standing here? What is that? And he's going for a trade. Like, yes, if Corki stays under the turret, then you may try. But at this case, when you are so low already and he has Hail of Blades, you're not winning that. You would need much more health, and in order to get much more health, you need to calculate your trades a little bit better. And then he steps too far away, and Corki can hit him outside of the turret's range. If you're gonna do that, then it's just GG for you. And now the real payment comes to the Corki, because not only he gets a first blood, but also right now he gets the entire wave for himself while crashing this wave into the turret. Viego will try to do something and he should flash on this Corki, but yeah, it misses. So that's it. The chance is wasted, and I see that he wants to fight with the Corki and he's not respecting the enemy jungler. Well, he cleared. Maybe let's move. Okay, because the shotgun was so loud. He moved towards the enemy middle after 3 camps, and he's not expecting enemy jungler to do the same. Especially, I would expect enemy jungler to be aggressive if that's an Elise, and after my mid laner scores a kill, which means there will be no rotation from the mid, and he can safely go somewhere there. But also Elise, by going aggressively here, she can cover Corki for exactly this kind of situation. So Viego decided to flip it. After he misses the stun, he should get back because there's nothing left he can do. And right now, Corki scores another kill, then he's like running to safety to make sure that it's a guarantee for him. And now it's simply GG. So right now, what we wanna do as Akshan? Well, we wanna soak EXP. We want Corki to push, and we want to make sure that we will not mess up our wave. Because if we will mess up our wave, it's gonna be really, really tragic. Corki has, let's see, almost 1000 gold advantage at this point. This is twice much gold as Akshan. So it's gonna be tragic, and as you can see, Corki is just freezing the lane. So if Akshan will come, and I know it sucks, I know it really sucks to not be able to come up to the minions, but if you come up to the minions, that's exactly what happens. He still looks for the Hail of Blades exchanges with you. So the only good thing here about this trade, which should look a little bit different, because baiting him into doing that would be fine because it makes the wave go into us. On this moment when he presses the W, he already has to use his E on the wall. That's just his reaction after some moment. So it's like he just recognized, oh, that's actually bad for me to trade here. I cannot fight, right? Like you can expect, okay, Corki with Serrated Dirk with level 4. If he jumps into me with Hail of Blades, if it was so bad for last 3 times, I guess it's gonna be bad this one time as well, right? Like you would like to have this process here in your head. And right now it's like, it's still terrible, right? Like, but it's okay in terms of having a farm, because now you can get 1 or 2 minions. You won't get all of them, but if you will farm a little bit, you will get some last hits, you will get some EXP, then it's the best you can do. So don't be greedy, don't approach, and then count that your team will do something with you. But again, he's not learning, and this is the diamond elo, right? A lot of people think that diamond players are some kind of gods, and most of them are just like this Akshan. Also, it's the start of the season, so you can say like it's inflated or so, but if this Akshan wants to bait W from the Corki, he needs to wait for his jungler to be closer. Look how far Viego is. There's nothing Viego can do here as level 3 versus so many minions and level 5 Corki. And he already lost 2/3 of his health, and now what? What can happen here? And now, what to do? If you're gonna do what this Akshan does and keep trading in that way, like from the beginning, like we can see here, and losing HP in a weird way, then going for it again. And again, right? Like, what is your plan? You need to get some kind of the plan, think of the pattern that you're gonna trade with, and if you're losing, you have to sometimes accept like, okay, I cannot take everything, so I have to give up some things and take as much as I can. And being greedy for the things like that, when not seeing that, hey, Corki with Hail of Blades can actually harm me pretty hard, then you need to rethink your choices in this game. That's it for this video. Remember to join the Discord, leave a like and subscription, and I really appreciate every comment, so if you're gonna leave something there, I'm gonna be really happy. And that's it for this video. Thanks to everyone again, and see ya in the next one.